Hello gamers, welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And today it is Star Wars time, where we will continue our adventures in the Keldor sector. And last episode we evaded an Imperial inspection and Nash got paid, and he also received a wonderful gift from Rhya, a unique and personalized master crafted weapon called Shanava, which is in game terms a +1 unique personalized blaster, if you will. And Rhya, I made the offer, or I offered her to basically join or stay as crew, and so that we basically in the future work together doing her missions and doing my stuff, and she accepted. So you can get all the details in the last episode. This is just a short recap. So, and because we evaded an Imperial inspection, we are someplace, I don't know, along this route in deep space, because we took this hyperspace lane for a quick getaway. We took some damage because 2 TIE fighters, they hit us before we could escape, and now we're someplace in deep space here, drifting along with minimal energy to keep our signature low, but we should be pretty safe. And what I didn't do last time, I did not check if, because of my evasion of the inspection, my transponder signature has been locked, and I am listed now as wanted for evading an inspection. So this is what the framework says. I didn't roll this last time, so I will do this now. But then, of course, this is also OOC background knowledge. Nash, well, he might suspect something, but he does not know for sure until he is scanned, which wouldn't be good. So let's see. Did they lock our transponder signature? And what dice? I'm taking a red die because lucky this time. I was about to say, of course they did, but it's only on a 1. So it takes a while, and they were preoccupied with shooting at us. So we are lucky. I mean, we identified us, but only by name, and they didn't lock our transponder code. All right, so we're in deep space, and we've been drifting for a while now, and we just made this crew deal. So we will just continue there. So I say to Rhya, well, I have a good feeling about this. I think this will be a successful and fruitful and unique partnership. And she looks at me, tilts her head slightly. Indeed, it might prove fruitful. So, what is our plan? I have no immediate assignment, no immediate task to complete. So I'm eager to learn my way around a starship. Yeah, well, I think we should just start with trying to get you up to speed manning a gun turret. So I'm thinking I will first teach you how to man a turret, how to use a starship gun, And then the next step would be piloting, so that you could also fill the co-pilot role and, if need be, also pilot this little beauty. And I look around my ship. Yeah, that sounds actually reasonable. I think it is easier to learn how to shoot a gun than it is to learn how to fly a starship. Yeah, and I think you should do pretty good. I mean, you got quick reflexes. You know how to fight. We'll get there. So why don't we just head into the turret and I show you all the controls and how the targeting systems work, etc., etc. And then I also have a couple of training programs and training exercises that we can run. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Oh, and yeah, we definitely need to get to some sort of civilized place again, because I need to get some repairs done. And like you said, you probably need some things to settle in. Indeed, as I am practically moving in now, I do need some necessities. Some clothing for different occasions, some private and personal articles or things, and yeah, I'm also eager to spend the money you paid me to get this ship, our home now, yeah, in better shape. So first, of course, I need to repair the damage, but also I'm thinking about getting some upgrades. I think it's about time. But business first. And then OOC, you gotta imagine like some sort of, if you, let's say you're watching a Rocky movie and you know these training montages with nice music in the background and then different clips. So imagine a training montage with us, with Nash teaching Rhya how to operate a gun. So so she's in the gun turret and there's music playing and I'm explaining her all the controls, and then she puts on the targeting display and moves the turret around, and then of course she shoots a couple of practice shots to get a feel for the trigger and the controls, and if there's some sort of I don't know, delay or whatever. And so I figured we might do this maybe, I mean, she's a quick learner, she's got quick reflexes. I think she'll have the basics down in 2 to 3 days. So of course then we take breaks. So I don't know, you see her exercising in the cargo bay, you see me doing some repair stuff, fixing some wiring that was damaged in the attack, and then yeah, also I don't know, we share a meal together in the galley, and then another training exercise. So you get the idea, basically like a Rocky style training montage with us interacting and me teaching her, and yeah, she is getting better at manning a gun. So and then after, let's say, like 3 days in deep space, and I got enough consumables on my ship, so like a standard YT 1300 by D6 system rules, I think they had like consumables for 2 months on board, so we actually can stay a while. We got recycling systems for water and everything, so it's no problem to stay in deep space for like 2 to 3 days and conduct this training exercise. And then yeah, training montage is over. So you're probably a better shot than me now with this turreted gun. Because see, I usually have to remote control it from the turret, and the targeting control system or the fire control system, it is not as accurate and precise when I use the remote. So I think actually, even with those 3 days, judging by those training exercises we did, you should be in pretty good shape. So the next time we get into a scrap, I'm pretty confident if I know that you're in the turret and having my 6. Well, I'll do my best shooting, but you gotta do your best flying. Of course, I always do. So what do you say? Can we risk it, getting back to civilization? Well, I don't know the Empire that well, but I think they got better things to do than looking through an entire sector just to catch, no offense, an old freighter that evaded the customs inspection. I think we should be good to go. Yeah, but we probably shouldn't go to Keldor. It is high security, it is the sector capital and the administrative hub. Let's head to where we were usually, or we wanted to head. Let's head to Vilas. All right, then to Vilas. So Vilas is an entertainment world, and I just determined that it is a medium security planet. And corporates from Keldor, they go there to blow off steam. And when I created the sector for whatever reason, I put down here it is controlled by a powerful crime family with extended influence. So this is basically like a sort of like a mafia kind of thing going on here, like a behind the scenes thing. So we keep that in mind when we are interacting with people there, but this is OOC knowledge. So Nash, he doesn't have an idea about this place, or maybe he does because his background is smuggler, and so he should know a little bit about about underworld dealings. All right, so let's just roll for it, and it'll be an intelligence check +1 versus a DC of 16, but he gets a +5 bonus because he's a smuggler. So it is a +6 versus 16. Yes. Okay, so he goes, well, there's one thing. If we're at Vilas, we should be a little bit careful. I mean, it's not a wretched hive of scum and villainy, but I had some dealings with some people in the past, doing a couple of smuggling runs, and they were mentioning something about a crime family pulling the strings on Vilas behind the scenes, like a lot of the gambling parlors and entertainment parlors are controlled by some sort of family cartel. The usual, I mean. But I think if we are just there to enjoy ourselves and spend our money there, we shouldn't have any problems. Well, we will see, but I'm prepared. Yeah. All right, so we will use the route back to Keldor, but we won't stop there. We then just switch the route to Vilas. So I'm just ruling that'll be 10 hours, and but because there's a part that is unknown, but it's not like a real new calculation because we're using this this route here. There's actually no need to roll because I can just keep rolling because I'm not in danger of blowing up my ship, but I need to see if there's some travel events. So I roll the travel hazard die according to my Star Knave rules. For every full 10 hours of hyperspace travel, I roll a d12 if I'm using a well-known or established route and see what the travel hazard die says. So let's roll. D12. 4. Okay, so it's a distress call under attack. You pick up a distress call from a nearby vessel. They have come under attack by pirates or slavers. Roll off. All right, so 1, 2, 3, pirates. Slavers, damn, slavers, okay. The worst kind of scum. All right, so while we are flying, we pick up a distress call. And this, of course, now I'm doing some loud thinking here. This, of course, is optional. So we're not attacked. We pick up a distress call. But, I mean, imagine slavers, like the worst kind of scum. But, so actually, Nash, he would probably feel obligated, maybe even out of interest for profit, or because of the possibility for profit, if he gets like a reward, to come to these guys' aids. But the thing is, I'm only at 12 points of hull. So my ship is not in good shape. It's not a good ship. And it is damaged. However, I do have Rhya now as a gunner, which is good, because then I can focus. So this is like game mechanics now. I can focus with him on doing evasive maneuvers, and Rhya, she can shoot, and she gets the +1 fire control that I don't get from the cockpit. And she's also a pretty good shot. And she probably also has something against slavers. I think if I would just say, all right, fuck it, let them deal with it themselves, I think she wouldn't like it. And so, damn. So we gotta help. So all right, so this is the situation. So we're in hyperspace, heading for Vilas along this last leg of the journey, along this hyperspace route. As we receive a distress signal, let's determine, by using the solo RPG framework, what kind of vessel it is. Because, like when there's the bulletin board job generator, it has a vessel table, D8, let's see. 6, it's a private yacht. That's fitting. So wealthy individuals, probably, a pirate yacht. Okay, so private yacht, okay. Let's take some notes. All right, distress signal or distress call. Under attack. Slavers. And private yacht. All right, so we are traveling as we receive a distress call. Mayday, mayday, please, please assist us. This is the private yacht. Stella Maiden. That's a nice name. All right, the private yacht Stella Maiden. We have come under attack by slavers. We can't hold them off. Our shields are failing. Please, if anybody hears us, please assist. We will transmit our coordinates. And they transmit coordinates. So I'm looking at Rhya. Rhya is looking at me. We both look at each other. And then I don't need to say anything. She doesn't need to say anything. She gets up, heads for the gun turret, and I turn on the comlink. I respond. This is the Trem Freighter Versatile Rust Bucket responding. We are en route to assist you. Try to keep it together. We'll be there as fast as we can. All right. And then we arrive at the coordinates. So we reverse back into real space and we see this private yacht, I don't know, maybe like 60 meters in length. So about twice as long or almost twice as long as my ship, 60 meters in length, and it has come under attack by a vicious looking dagger-shaped heavy fighter class vessel, but it's, I know it's let's look into my Starships of the Galaxy if there's anything fitting. It's because it's not like a fighter, because they need to dock and need room for the slaves. And I can also use this. Yeah, okay. So it'll be there's room for 4 persons, and okay, maybe it's modified. Okay, so it's a Crescent Moon class freighter, and this is of course inspired by the Mandalorian, the Razor Crest, like with the shape kind of thing. So it's an older freighter class that almost flies like a heavy fighter. It has only a front-mounted gun, no turrets, and good maneuvering thrusters. It has room for 4 persons and supplies for 2 months. Okay, so this Crescent Moon class freighter, it has a pitch black hull with vicious and intimidating paint job, like, I don't know, white sharp shark mouth or something. Just imagine a vicious looking freighter fighter kind of ship, and it is attacking is around 60 meter long private yacht. And it's already, you can see it's already damaged. It's got some scorch marks, but it's still hanging in there as we arrive. All right, so let's write down stats here real quick for this ship, and I can basically use these out of the book, except for AC. I gotta increase by 1 because Knave 11 is the base and not 10. But other than that, so I'm giving myself a little break here. Usually it has 20 points of hull, but I figured it has taken a few hits as well. So you know what? We're matching hull strength. It'll have a hull of 12. All right, a speed of 6, but that doesn't really matter because I don't want to escape. Yeah, so handling +1 and shields +2 even. Okay, and AC would be 11 plus handling, which is 1, plus shield, which is 2, so that'll be 14 plus whatever the pilot's bonus is. And I'll give the pilot a bonus of +2. Alright, so that is 16 AC. 12, 13, 14, yeah, +2 for the pilot. So an AC of 16, a hull of 12, and it's got one dual laser cannon that deals D6 points of damage, and with a fire control of +1. It is fired from the cockpit. It's not a turret, so it can use its fire control. So again, +2 for the pilot and +1 fire control. So it'll attack +3 for d6 damage. Alright, so that is it. And I will rule that because we jump into the combat, we arrive out of hyperspace and they're focused on the yacht, that we will have the initiative. So, okay. And Rhya, she's at the cockpit, so she uses her wisdom, because it's ranged weapons use wisdom in Knave. Wisdom +2 and fire control +1. So we attack +3 also. We also deal d6 points of damage. We also have a hull of 12. The only thing that we lack is shields and handling. However, I get a +3 bonus for my piloting ability, which can be either dexterity, intelligence, or wisdom, and I choose wisdom, and I explain why, I think in the rule book, at least I do in the Stardark version. So I choose wisdom, so my AC is 14, 11 plus my pilot modifier, but I do have the option now to do evasive maneuvers. Alright, so yeah, we got the initiative. So we appear out of hyperspace. Rhya, she has warmed up the gun. Can take this map away, so this will be like theater of mind now. So Rhya, she has warmed up the gun. She has activated the targeting system, the fire control system, and so it is our turn. And so in space combat in my Star Knave initiative is ship based, and when it's the ship's turn, the people on board, they can take actions in the order they choose, and to keep it simple, only the PCs, they take different crew actions. NPCs usually move and can fire all their guns. It is assumed that they have a gunner for every gun that they have, but they don't do things like evasive maneuvers or operating the sensors and stuff. Only if it's like a climatic battle against, I don't know, very important NPCs. But this will be basically just like character combat with a little extra on our side that we can take different actions, and you will see what I mean. So yeah, we got the initiative, and Nash, he fills the pilot's role, and he takes the evasive maneuver action. So he must make a DC 16 pilot check, and if he succeeds, I get a +2 AC bonus. And the thing is that even though he is a smuggler from his career, careers do not grant bonuses in Knave to maneuvers and attack rolls, so I'm not going to add +5 because this is like a classic combat maneuver. So I'm using my pilot ability of wisdom +3. If I had a handling bonus, I could use that, but I don't yet. So +3 versus 16. Come on, Nash. Of course a 4, but thankfully not a natural 1. So yeah, I do make evasive maneuver, so I fly frantically, but with no measurable effect, so my AC stays at 14. Otherwise it would have granted me a bonus. But Rhya, it's her turn now, and she shoots while I'm frantically evading, because the slaver ship, they have broken off their attack of the yacht and focus on us now. So Rhya attacks. Look at this, 18 +3. So that is great, but only 2 points of damage, but still, first time in the turret, first hit. So while I'm trying to avoid incoming fire, she already swivels the gun around. Pew, 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 pew. I only have like a light double laser cannon, and hits the approaching slaver ship, and I can see the shield glowing as it returns fire. It'll also use purple. No, actually I won't use purple. It'll be black and white because it's purple is Rhya's color now. Alright, so +3 versus our AC of 14. Oh, please. Yes, they only roll a 4. So I turn the ship around and pew 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 pew. Their laser shots, they miss us. And you know what? Actually, I know my luck, and I do not have luck tokens. And if I happen to roll a natural 1 on this evasive maneuver thing, actually our ship gets a -4 penalty until the start of my next turn. But what I could do is I could operate the sensors, but that's also a DC 16 in check, which I'm not that good. And if I manage to succeed, I can feed additional sensor data to the turrets, and Rhya, she would get a +5 bonus to her starship weapon attack. But this is nah. I think I'll stick with the evasive maneuvers. So I once again, please, just not a 1. Everything else is fine. A 20 would be great too. Then I would get +4 bonus. A 5. No. So still no measurable effect, or again, and now Rhya +3 in the turret. Yes, 13 +3. That is exactly the 16 we need, and 3 points of damage. So they're actually down to 7. So single digits. So again, we basically dance around in an intense dogfight, and now it's their turn to fire back. Pew pew. Yes, look at this. They only roll a 2. But that's great because it would have taken off half my hull with that hit. Alright, so come on. Nash. So Nash, evasive maneuvers, +3 versus 16. Nash, come on. No. 8. But thankfully, no natural 1. So Rhya. Oh, wait a minute. Rhya. I almost forgot. Rhya, she can use the force, but that's an action. No, she just shoots. She can't really concentrate on the force now because this is a new situation. First time in the turret in a real space combat. And look at this, 18 and 4 points of damage. As if she had never done anything else. So they are at 3 hull. So I think the odds are pretty high that they actually leave now, because they didn't hit us once so far, and they've already been hit every round, and their ship is basically crumbling. So it would be their turn. I roll for it. So it'll be a 70% chance that they bail. 70% chance. 70% chance they bail. $78. No, they don't bail. They are enraged now, and they say, all right, we go down, but we go down fighting. So they do. And I mean, if they roll a natural 20 and deal double damage, I could be in bad shape. But so they don't bail. 78. You know my luck. They shoot. Pew pew. And this time, of course, they hit 14 and they deal 5 points of damage, which takes me also to the single digits to a hull of 7. See, this is what I mean. Couldn't they just have bailed? No. You know what? This time Rhya will shoot first. Doesn't matter. She shoots first. Come on, Rhya. +3. 16 AC. Rhya. Damn. 8 +3. No. Pew, pew, pew. This time they evade, but I'm almost afraid to roll, but I will try evasive maneuvers. Ah, yes, 15. That's a success. So we get +2 to our AC until the start of the pilot's next turn. So now they shoot. Rhya was shooting, I was evading, but now they have to hit a 16 instead of a 14. And they can't, unless they crit, they can't kill me with one shot. Lucky. 7. They miss. Alright, so this is actually pretty intense. Come on, Rhya. Shooting first. Yes, Rhya. That is 15, and I need 16. There's nothing I can do about it. Damn. Okay, so evasive maneuvers. Come on, Nesh. Ah, yes, 15 +3, so I keep the +2. Alright, so Rhya missed, I evaded. Now they shoot +3 versus 16 again. Yes, they miss, and they would have dealt only 1 point of damage. So we have kind of gotten into the flow now, Rhya and me, so, or Rhya and I don't know. So our turn again. Rhya, she's shooting. Come on, Rhya! Or do I? No, I'm not going to do. Operate the sensors. Come on, Rhya! Pew, pew, pew! Yes! Look at this critical hit. 5, and I get to reroll this just for the heck of it. 7 points of damage. They only have 3 points of hull left. So, yeah, so they come for another pass as Rhya swings the gun around, and as they move over us, she targets the engine section. Pew, 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 and the bolts, the blaster bolts, they go right through the ship, and the entire engine section blows up, and debris everywhere. Woohoo! Way to go, Rhya! I go, nice shooting! And she goes, nice flying! Because obviously, last 2 rounds, I also managed to do the evasive maneuvers, and yeah, and so she actually sounds happy, and yeah, so I'm just thinking, does she stay up there? Yeah, so she goes, well, I just stay up here for a short while, and maybe there are reinforcements nearby. Well, if they are, we actually should get out of here, because we've taken a hit too. But let's check on the yacht first, and let's see. Maybe, I mean, repairs are expensive, and maybe they feel obligated to compensate us for our efforts. Yeah, maybe. All right, so I hail the yacht. Wait a minute, is it still there, or did they just bail on us? You know, let me first determine who the occupant was and what kind of personality they had, because this will give me an idea how likely it is that they stuck around. Okay, so I go to my NPC generator, and I'm needing a personality now here. It doesn't count, gotta be in there. 7, charming. Okay, so charming is actually more on the positive side. Let's see, profession. One, charming. Bounty hunter. No, bounty hunter doesn't really fit. Let's say it's a celebrity, because bounty, yeah, it's a charming celebrity. All right, so I think the chances that they're still around are pretty high, because they are, yeah, they're, as a celebrity, maybe they can also use this, I don't know, to further their fame or idea or agenda, I don't know. So charming celebrity, so I say it still is it's a 35 chance that they bailed. No, 30% chance they bailed. Let's see. 83. No, they didn't bail. So the yacht is still there, and let's determine male or female. Even as female, it is a female charming celebrity. And let's look at the species real quick. Again, in the NPC generator, look at the species, D10. It is a 3, a human. All right, so a charming female human celebrity. All right, so I guess I got probably some sort of nice picture I could use. Let's see. A charming yeah, look at this. Isn't that fitting? Okay. So, because private yacht and everything. So, let's see. Can you see this? I think. So, yeah, we hail the yacht, and I don't know, when I did the distress call, you couldn't really discern if it's male or female by the static and everything. So now we know it's a female charming celebrity, and she is, let's say she's en route, or she was en route, or is en route to Vilas, because like I said, it's also an entertainment district, and she is a celebrity. She works at a high-class nightclub as a stage singer, so this also fits. So this is her evening gown, her attire when she's on stage and performing. So she's a high-class nightclub singer. Yeah, that's what she is. All right, but we don't know this yet. It's just for me as a background. All right, so we dock, and or we ask if we can dock. So all right, so this is the versatile rust bucket. Nesh Duncan speaking, and I'm with my crew, Rhya. I think the immediate danger is gone. How about your ship? is it still space worthy? How much damage did you take? And she goes, oh, thank God, yeah, it's still space worthy. You arrived just in time. I must admit, phew, I was really scared when I saw them hitting you, but you're a great shot. I mean, you hammered them. Well, don't thank me. Thank my gunner. She is indeed a great shot. And I look at Rhya and how is it if you like, I don't know, like blink with one eye, yeah, give her like this signal. So that is a nice ship you have there. Probably expensive. So please do not take this the wrong way. But as you probably know, by running such a high-class vessel yourself, running a starship is expensive, and especially repairs. So I think some form of compensation would be in order. Oh, yeah, sure. No, yeah, don't worry about this. Oh my God, no, I can't even think about what could have happened if they have caught me. Yeah, no, of course, compensation. Yeah, why don't you come aboard and we discuss the details? Sure, why not? And Rhya goes, so should I stay on board in case something else happens or someone returns, or should I go with you? Yeah, indeed, good thinking. It's probably better if you stay in the turret and you have eyes in space, and as soon as anything pops up on the scopes, immediately give me a call and I run right over. Yeah, okay. Okay, then I'll board the yacht, the Stella Maiden, while Rhya stays in the turret. And then this woman, she walks up to me in this attire and also yeah, with a smile, and she knows how to use her female weapons, let's put it this way, by her pose and tone in her voice to maybe, I don't know, try to lower the price, if you know what I mean. So she goes, what kind or what amount of compensation did you have in mind? And I look at her, and for a moment I can't help it, but but my gaze lingers on her for a short while. But then, well, let's see. Little OC here. We took 5 points of damage. Well, see. Yeah, with all that hull damage and the internal wiring and everything, I think 5,000 credits is a fair price. 5,000 credits? Oh my! The damage didn't look that bad from down here, actually. Yeah, well, that's only the external damage. See, I mean, I probably gotta rewire the entire ship because of burnt cables and wiring. I mean, but what is 5,000 compared to the horrible destiny you would have faced in the hands of these slavers? What do you say? We make a deal. I'll pay 3,000 and I'll get you 2 VIP tickets for yourself and your gunner so that you can watch my show in the Moonlight Palace. That is the nightclub I perform. Let's put this down here. Moonlight Palace. That is the nightclub I perform on, what's it called? On Vilas. All right, make it 4,000 and I'll take the tickets. All right, let me do a charisma check here now. Charisma check. I'm a smuggler and con man. This is not really, I'm not trying to con her. I don't know. So, you know what? A career, if it's fitting according to rules as written, grants a +5 bonus. So I say, because I'm as a smuggler used to negotiating with people, but it's not really fitting, I'll give myself only a +2 bonus. So it's my charisma 3 +2 for my sort of fitting career, that is +5, and the DC is 16. And of course I roll a 4. Of course I can't roll anything higher than 10. And she goes, well, I'm sorry, I don't have that much money on me, and I don't want to be rude. I mean, I'm thankful and everything, but I need to get going. If you want more money, you have to sort it out with my management on Vilas. Okay, as I hear sort it out with the management, I just go, well, I think a nice evening in a club is also, I mean, it's food and drink is all included, right? Of course, VIP tickets. Yeah, then I'll take the 2 tickets and the 3,000. And be careful on your journey. Yes, of course, thank you again. So she pays me 3,000. And yeah, and then I head back on board and she leaves with her yacht. All right, so and since we are crew now, I also want to share with Rhya. So I talked to her. Yeah, well, actually, once she was out of danger, she was some sort of celebrity, high-class nightclub singer. I mean, can afford a great yacht like that, but didn't want to pay us 5,000. But I could get her to pay us 3,000, and we also got these, or I got these nice VIP tickets for 2 persons to see her performance whenever we like in the Moonlight Palace, a high-class nightclub on Vilas. And food and drink is all included. I think we should do that. It would be a nice distraction after everything we experienced the last couple of days. And then I just like basically in my head go through the sewer creatures and the stuff that happened. Here, this is your share, and I hand her 1,500 credits, and she goes, "Oh, this is unexpected." Well, like I said, we're a team now. We're a crew, and it was a joint effort. I couldn't have done it without you. I mean, you are really good at the turrets. Yeah, if you say so. So she is sort of like funded from her organization, but now as she's a crew member, she also needs some money for herself. That basically we could use, and I'm at 11,500. All right, so she's gone. We should get going too. We need to get to Vilas, and I need to get this ship fixed. And yeah, maybe I can make some more money with the money I got. She looks at me. Are you talking about gambling again? Yeah, of course. I mean, it's an entertainment world. Well, you do know that the odds are always in favor of the house in establishments like that. Yeah, I know that, but I'm a lucky guy, and never tell me the odds. Yeah, we will see. First things first, I got to get the repairs done and the necessary upgrades, and then if we got money left over, I'll see what I'll do with it. Okay, then let's head to Vilas. All right, and this is where we will conclude this episode. Let me see, already 56 minutes again. Yeah, nice little episode. And like I said, I wanted to focus this the season also on character building, and not character building, but indeed actually that Nash's goal is to romance Rhya. So this first space combat that we survived together, for me it is worth 1 affection point. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, look at the first episode of this series. So I'm at 8. So let's see, 1 space combat, because yeah, Rhya, she's a warrior, and fighting together, going through combats together is also stuff that earns her respect, and builds this bond from one warrior to another. So that is worth 1 affection point in my book. So I'm at 8 from 12 that I need to have a chance to romance her. All right, so 8 affection points. Yeah, so this concludes this episode. Yeah, I had fun. I hope you had fun too. And of course, it was like it always is. No, they didn't bail. 78, and then of course they were landing a hit. I was just waiting for the crit, seriously. I mean, but thank God it didn't happen. All right, so have a wonderful remaining week. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, right? So then please do subscribe. And if you're wondering now, what are these books this guy is using, if you're a first-time viewer, so I put out some products on DriveThru-RPG, a solo RPG framework and toolbox for space opera, and I converted Knave 2nd edition, or not converted, I made a hack for Knave 2nd edition to play Star Wars adventures with it. It's called Star Knave, and if you want to support the channel, pick them up on DriveThru-RPG. The link will be in this video's description to my publisher page. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.